Hello, hello, hello. Hey! Hopefully you are having an amazing day. So, I just finished filming a resin tip video, and I decided that I wanted to do something with the little volcanoes or pyramids that I made a couple of days ago. So what I decided to do is I have these silicone trays that I got from Amazon, and they are ice cube trays. So I am going to, this is my idea, I'm going to use these and put them down in there and then pour over those. So when I pull them out, they'll have like a really dope looking center. So we'll go ahead and get started. So hopefully you are having a good day. Oh, and I'll also be using those, and these are ones that I made years ago, but they have held up amazingly well. So I figured I'd do one tray with those and one tray with these. Now it would just be easier, right, to just pick up this paper towel and to just move it, but I can't, because the paper towel is stuck to the table. So we'll just move these over. I am going to get my resin mixed on up. And you guys have seen me mix resin not 1,000 times, but you've seen me mix resin quite often. So I won't necessarily do that on camera. I will pour on camera. And I am now going to set my timer for 20 minutes because I want to give Total Boat a working chance. I've had some issues with using this resin my last 2 or 3 projects, and I really I want it to work. So I am going to make sure that my A is okay. So it's thick, but it doesn't seem super thick. Okay, it's not warm. It's a little cold. But once I start stirring, like, I at least wanted to see the fluidity of it in the container. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'll pour on camera and then, oh, so I was saying 20 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer for, instead of 3 minutes, I'm going to start at 20 minutes and work my way down. So therefore, I'll know exactly how much time I have left with this resin. So I'll go ahead and pour. I'm going to be stirring today with an old dirty silicone spatula that I got from Dollar Tree. So we'll go ahead and pour, and then I'll mix, and I'll either edit it out or I will speed through it. So I figure if I do, I'm gonna do 4. No, that's not gonna give me enough time. See, you have to remember working time. So I am going to do, if I have to do these in 2 separate pours, I just have to do them in 2 separate pours. So I'm only gonna do 4 ounces. So that's like 2.5. And of course my paper towels aren't in here. It's alright. That's alright. That's alright. I will go and get them because paper towels are super important. Alright, so that was part A, and I poured a little bit over 2 ounces. Closer to 3, so I will take this to 6. Alright. Alright, Total Boat, don't let me down. Don't let me down. Okay, so I'm going to stir with this, and time starts. Ooh. Time starts now. We are stirring in the world today. Stirring in the world today. Stirring resin in the world today. I don't know why I make up random songs. Okay, so something else that I noticed in the past times that I've worked with Total Boat, I've been stirring pretty fast. So I know that in order to reduce the number of bubbles that you get, just steady. Just steady. Like if you were making butter, I imagine if you were making butter, it would just be a slow and steady stir. Yeah, I picture like a Little House on the Prairie. Because I have been like whipping it. Which I know better than doing that, but I'm excited to see how these come out though tomorrow. Alright, so 3 minutes from 20 minutes would be 17. Now what I could be doing, I could be multitasking, and that's what I should have done before I started stirring this. So I'm going to try to stir this with one hand and go ahead and drop these in at the same time. May not necessarily work, but I'm going to definitely try. And I'm turning them face down because obviously the bottom is the top. Okay. All right. And with Total Boat, they say that you can pour, you can stir mix for 3 to 5 minutes. So I'm at 1749. So I may stir it longer. I may go ahead and stir it for the whole 5 minutes this time, because I've only been stirring it for the 3 minutes, and that may be the issue. That may be the issue. Y'all see me multitasking? Because I don't know why I didn't put those in before I started. Okay, so it's at least not cloudy. So that is a good starting point. Yep. Okay. Now, I know why I didn't put those in, because I was going to put a little bit of resin in before. So, if this is enough resin for both of these projects, the second one I'll pour a little bit of resin at the bottom and then go from there. Okay, so it's been 16:43, so about 4 minutes. Okay, it's at least clear. A lot of bubbles, but okay. All right, so that was about 4 minutes. So we'll go ahead and get started. And like I said, I'm just taking these little triangles that I made, and I'll zoom in, that I made a couple of days ago, and just using those in the center of the ice cube, and we shall see. Okay. They fit in there almost perfectly. All right. So I now have them in there. Let me zoom in. All right. So change the angle up a little bit so that you could really see what I have going on. So as you can see, I just have them in there. And then I am just going to pour. And remember, this was about 6 ounces. I'm going to pour them all the way to the top. This doesn't look like it's going to be enough resin, but we'll pour as much as we can. And the bubbles from underneath it are coming up. Wow, look at that. That's why I think next time on the next tray I am going to put a little bit of resin in the bottom. I love to see those bubbles coming up like that. Okay, so we may have just enough for this tray. Like literally just enough. Alright, and then this one has settled a little bit, so I'll pour more in that one. And this one has also settled. And this one has also settled. So they may not all be the same size. Okay. Alright, so as we wait for them to settle completely, just going to shake to make sure that all the bubbles come to the surface. And I still have 11 minutes and 39 seconds, so that wasn't bad. That was a quick pour, so I'll pause that and just let this rest for a moment. And actually, I'm going to let it rest over here and then pour the next one, being that we know what we're doing now. Okay, so we'll take part A, and I'll put that right there. Okay, and you can't see this because of the camera angle, so forgive me. But just know that I'm pouring I'm pouring resin off camera. So I'm gonna go up to I went up to 4, which may actually be better. So I'm a little over 4 ounces. Okay. Just a little bit over. So a little bit over 8. Okay, just a tad bit over 8. Okay. So I'm going to mix this off camera, and when I come back, we will get started on the next project. So, cancel and start. And I'll actually move that out the way and stir here so that you can... And steady wins the race. Or does the fast person win the race? Random questions. So I'm going to let those bubbles on the other one continue to come up. And I'm just going to go around the sides of this and make sure that it is incorporated. "17 minutes and 42 seconds. Gonna go down to 15. And then that'll give me 15 minutes to actually pour it. Okay, so I think that's as much as I'm going to pour. And we will take our second one. And with this one, I'm going to use my little silicone beaker just because it's smaller. Okay, so this time, as I said, I'm going to pour just a small little bit at the bottom, just so that the triangle has something to hold on to. And because this silicone is black, you really can't see what you actually have going in there, so that's interesting. All right. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to take, we're going to take these and just put them down in there. Just drop. Just push it down. And I still have 13 minutes. And the other one, I'm about to start popping the bubbles in that one because they're coming to the surface. Oh, I definitely want to see what that one looks like. Ooh. It seems a little harder doing it with, with the resin already in it. I'm having a harder time putting them down in there. And that one looks tiny. Alright, so we have them all down in there, and now we are just going to top it off. And I love how the bubbles just come on up. Okay. So it looks like I only have 3 more minutes of recording time. So this may cut off in the middle of me doing this. In the event that it does, just know that I am going to pop the bubbles, and I will be back tomorrow when these cure for a proper unveiling. So don't worry. You won't miss anything. I do like doing it this way better than the way that I did the first tray though. So that was a lesson. And 8 ounces may be just enough, so that was perfect to find out as well. Without having to waste any resin. Okay. Alright, I still got 2 minutes. Okay, go ahead, camera. Give me 2 minutes. And technically, I don't have to fill these all the way to the top. Some of them I did. And I really don't think you'd be able to use these as regular dice. Only because they're so big, because it's an ice cube tray. But it would make for a heck of a table decoration. Oh, that's just dripping everywhere. Come on now. These little squares are deep. Okay. And then, thankfully, I still have just a little bit more. Well, I'll just go ahead and do it like that. Okay, so they're almost all the way full. Okay, so 0 minutes left. Let me zoom in really quick. So that's what we're looking like. So I'll be back tomorrow and we will see how these come out. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. 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 Thanks for watching.